Hello, hello, hello. Come on in the house, everybody. Welcome to Love Coach Sessions Live. I'm your man, KTJ, and this is Love Coach Sessions Live. I am your host, and I'm glad to be here. We got a good show today. We're talking about stay with versus play with, how men make decisions on the women that they're going to bring into their lives. And so we're going to have a good conversation here, you guys. We got the chat room is wide open. Drop your hello, shoot me a peace and love. Let me know that you are in the house. Hey, my girl Steph is in the house. I love my people that just jump right in. Like that's my people right there. I love y'all. Come on in the house. Let's have the conversation. Let's get it going. Talking about stay with versus play with. How do men make these decisions? You guys, if you check this out on the replay, just drop your comment down below. I need everybody to drop a comment. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Hey, Myra Tia, how are you? Hey, that's my girl, my people in the house. All right. Serena, how are you? Thank you so much for popping in. So let's get into it, you guys. I don't want to delay. I like this topic, and I think it's important to have this conversation. So, you guys, talking about stay with versus play with. I've been having these conversations with men, just hearing what men have to say, and I'm going to be sharing what men are saying about this. I had a good conversation with some men today on this topic, and they shared some interesting things about how they came to understand it and how to figure out which women fall into which category. All right. So there's a couple of things that men, as I had the conversation, some of the things men talked about. One of the gentlemen, he's a actor. He's a guy who's on the move. He's well known in the Atlanta area, and he's single. Okay, he's divorced. He's single, and he is open to love. I'm not sure if he's looking for love, but he's open to love. And so he said one of the things he says the women that fall into these two categories. One of the things that he talked about was the women that he decides to play with. He said I'm a simple guy, right? If a woman sends me signs early that sexual signs that of attraction, he's like, I immediately put her in the play with category. You know, like if within the first couple of messages we exchange, her message is it's something sexual, it's something about physical, about send me a pic. And guess what? I know some of y'all don't think that women ask for D pics, but they do. And so for him, he said, look, automatically she goes to the play with category. All right. Another guy talked about it. He said he went on a date with a woman, and she began to, he kind of talked to her. He said, look, tell me what you're looking for. He said, look, I'm a single guy. I'm looking, I'm on a date with you. I'm spending some time with you. Tell me what you are looking for. And she said to him, well, you know what? I'm tired of dating. She said, I got a few guys that I play with that, I'm not really serious about, but I'm looking for a husband. He said, well, look, why don't you elaborate on that? Tell me more about that. She said, well, I have a few buddies. Got a few buddies. And these buddies, one guy I've been messing with for 4 years, she said. 4 years. She said, but now I'm ready to settle down and cut all those guys loose if I find the one. He said at that moment, I knew I was never going to see her again. Because she was giving it up to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, waiting for her Boaz to arrive, her good thing, her man to arrive and to sweep her off her feet, and she would then cut all these play toys loose. All right, so he said, you know what, that's it. Yeah, he said that was enough for me. I was gone. All right. And so so the guys, as I total up the conversation that the guys talked about, one of the things, ladies, that you can do to avoid this scenario is to get to know the person. Especially if you're serious. Now, if y'all just playing around, like you're not really with anything, you're not really looking for anything serious, say that. Right? Say that. If you're not looking for anything serious, say that. Right? So then he knows what category to put you in. He puts you in the not serious category. Okay? But if you are serious about something, like, let the behavior that you're talking about match what you're doing. I heard somebody say one time, let the tongue in your shoes match the tongue in your mouth. They should both be going in the same direction. All right. And so these guys talked to me about that, and they told me, they said, listen, if she gives off an air of complication, I'm giving y'all some juice tonight. Look, he said, if she gives off the air of complication, she's complicated, but not in a good way. Like, you could be complicated in a good way. Someone, a man wants to get to know more about you. He wants to spend more time with you. He wants to get to, he wants to get to know you as a person. But you can also be what we call oppositional. Look, if you were a teenager, we call it oppositional defiance. We got oppositional defiant adults. People who have something negative to say about everything. No, I don't want to go I don't want to go to that restaurant. No, I don't want to go here. Why do we have to get in this? Why do we have to do this? Like always something oppositional, right? I'm gonna tell you that. I'll tell you this. Look, I believe that, and I was talking to a lady about this tonight who was in the same scenario. I believe that you should allow the guy to do what it is that the guy wants to do to impress you. Okay? Now, if it's something that's against your moral code, then that's a whole nother topic. Don't do that. Right? But whatever it is that he is planning, right? Go along. If it's not that bad. Now, like, if he takes you to a seafood restaurant and you're allergic to seafood, say something. Okay? Don't just sit there and go along just because he said so. All right. But many other men that I talked about was just like, what a red flag for them was her being oppositional. She's negative. You're okay. So if you have a request, right, I'm suggesting that you let the man set up the whole date, the whole scenarios, all of this. Let those scenarios go. Now, don't let now here's the little caveat to it, you guys. Don't let it be his idea all the time. You're going out on second date. It's all on him. For him to do all the planning, all the ideas. Third date, all on him. Everything's on him. There should be some collaboration. Tell him what you like. Give him listen, here goes some juice for y'all. Give him a reason to want to see you again. Give him a reason. Now, this is something that I work with my clients on, and I call, should I give it? I'll give it. I call it keeping the loop open and giving him something to think about. Men want to have something to chew on, something to think about, something to consider. I wonder, right? If you give him everything's up front, everything is yeah. You're talking about your ex-boyfriend, your ex-husband, you're talking about, all your kids and what Rashida is doing at school. Okay. At some point in time, a man's gonna get tired of hearing all of that. So one of the challenges is that sometimes we talk our way out of our blessing. A man wants to get to know you, right? But he doesn't need all of the stuff that's around your life. How about you? Where would you like to go? Now, I talked to a guy today. Let me give you guys this. I got the points for you guys. I got some good points that I want to hurt you guys with. But I talked to a single man today. This guy's I guess I could say his occupation. This man's a fireman. He's got his own house, own car, own everything. And I'll tell you, one of the things that he's talked about that annoyed him about the dating process is he says it seems like these women have already done everything. Right? This is so funny because this kind of flies in the face of what goes on the profile, on your dating profile. They tell you to be show that you're outgoing, and you go hiking, and you've been here and you've been there. For him, it's the opposite. He doesn't want a woman who's been everywhere with everybody. Okay? He doesn't want a woman who's been to Aspen with Paul, and she's been to to the Jordan River with Sam. She's been here, she's been there, she's seen the wall, the Great Wall of China with Jimmy. Okay? For him, he said, look, I want a woman who I can grow with, who I could have some experiences with, and this is our first time doing this. He said I don't want a woman who's got 1,000 tattoos on her body. Looks all used up and beat up and left over. That's not the woman I want. He's like the less tattoos for him, the better, preferably none. This is his preference. All right. So I just wanted to give you guys some just kind of some earshot of the male psyche and how men decide. This is what we're talking about tonight. How men decide what category they're going to put the women in that come into their lives. I see all your comments. Bring the comments and bring it in. Hey, my girl Dimitri is at the house. What's up? Yes. So, hey, Michelle, how are you? All right. Look, so this is this guy's perspective. Like, he says, I don't want a woman who's been everywhere, done everything, been everybody, been somebody to everybody. I want her to be somebody to me, and let us grow together, build together, create something special together, and not, I don't want to be her leftover. Now she's ready to get serious. Now that she got the whole slut out of her, now she wants to be the good girl and be all the holy girl that I desire. No, he's like, I want somebody who's ready for some experiences. So this is the stuff that men are, the conversations that men are having about the women and the categories that they put themselves, that they're looking for in a high quality woman. So look, if some of y'all take notes tonight, this is going to help you, because there are some good high quality men who are single out there. But one thing is for sure, many of them know that their stock is high because so many others their stock is so low, right? And so they know what they're working with. All right. But listen, at the same time, I've met some what they call high value men, right? Who didn't really consider themselves high value men, and they didn't have all the measurement thing and the whole, 6-figure, all of that. They didn't have any of that. They didn't care about any of that. They just wanted a girl who likes them, wanted to be with a woman who they enjoy. All right. So look, I'm going to jump into some of your comments. I love the comments that come in, and then we are going to push on. All right. We got my people in the house. Just giving out too much information. Absolutely too much. My girl Michelle's in the house. 70 said, just came from a first date, and he said, let's just see where it goes. Oh, we're going to have to talk about that. See where it goes. When I asked what he was looking for, sounds like the making of a play, of a play designation. See where it goes. All right. Look, let me hear y'all. Have y'all experienced that? Has anybody else experienced having someone going out with somebody for a first date, and they say, "Let's just see how it goes"? Who has heard that before? Popping in and say, "I have." If you let me see your comment come through. I have. If you've heard that comment before, let's just see how it goes. All right. Is that play or is that stay? I'm going to answer in a moment. My girl Demetria is in the house. What about a woman who's been many places by herself? Yeah. I think a woman who's been to many places by herself is okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't think that that's a problem. But the guy is just looking for somebody that he can grow. Now, let's be honest. Like, there's a million places that people can go, right? There's lots of places that we got the whole world. The whole world is open. Well, it will be open after COVID, right? And there's lots of things that a person can do and experiences they can have. So if you're a person who's been everywhere by yourself, let's say you even been everywhere with Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? You turn that around and reframe it. You say, you know what? I've had some experiences in my life, but that's the past. We got a whole world to discover together, and I'm with that. All right. So you can reframe. Used up, beat up. Don't mention it all. That's another good strategy. You don't have to tell the man everything and every place you've been. Okay. Lavanya said, my girl LV, what's up, lady? She says, see how it goes. Seems to go nowhere. If I say it means I'm not interested, it's a romantic relationship, but we can be friends. All right. So in my opinion, see where it goes. See where it goes means see where it goes. It means I don't know about you yet. Which, you know what? If you're on a first date with somebody and, they don't know about you yet, it is okay for them to not know about you yet. Okay? But you set the parameters. Listen to what I'm saying. You set the parameters on how far we go while we're getting to know each other. Okay? Let's see how it goes. How what goes. So then, see how it goes. If you're not careful, it will go nowhere. So you keep him in that same see how it goes. I'm going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes together. All right. And look, and that was the first date. That was the first date. Is he playing or is he serious? All right. So, all right, let's see. Sounds good. Definitely play. We got to play. All right. So let's get back to it. So you guys, tonight, I got a couple of things for you to listen. I want to give you guys some good juice to hold on to tonight. Let's see. I got some good juice for you guys to hold on to tonight. So we're going to get into it. Let's get into it. I found a great article that 14 warning signs he's playing you for a fool on this tango.com, right? But I'm gonna talk about it as far as staying and playing at the same time. All right. So here's a staying and playing, but we'll go playing first. If a guy tells you that he's going to call you, he's going to call you, or he's going to take you out. He's going to do something and he doesn't do it, right? That's a sign that he is not serious. Okay. When a man say, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock comes, 8 o'clock goes. Turn into 8 o'clock the next morning. Still haven't heard from him. 4 o'clock, he's sending you a message. Oh, I got caught in traffic. Whatever, right? That is a sign that he is not serious about you. Let me ask you something. If you were working a job, right? You got hired at a job. Let's say you got hired at Apple. And Apple, it was your first day at Apple. They took you through a rigorous thing, and like they decided, you know what? Come on in. Today is your first day. If Apple hires you and it was your first day, are you going to be late? Are you going to not show up? Are you going to show up the next day talking about, oh, I thought it was the day before. I got the date confused. Now, let's say, guess what? A confused date is okay. Like if you got the date confused, it's all right. It's all right, right? But what that tells them is that you are not paying attention. You got the date mixed up? That means you're not paying attention. That means you're not aware of what's going on. Okay? So then they can also assess from that. Oh, he was supposed to start on Monday, but he came in on Tuesday? He thought he had starting on, why would he think that? So they say he's not aware. He's not paying attention. He doesn't pay attention to details. Now, what else is he not paying attention to? What other areas of his life that he's going to bring to this job? Maybe he's also not going to pay attention to his job descriptions and his job requirements and the duties of the job. Okay. Sometimes this stuff actually does connect. All right. So if he tells you he's going to do it and he doesn't do it now, granted, he could have a good reason. And so none of these things that I'm going to tell you tonight are specifically in itself a reason to just bail on somebody, but it is a clue that he is not serious about you. All right. I got another one for you. All right. All right. Here's this. Look, this is one that I use even in the red flags. Right. Nobody knows you. He does not introduce you to his family and friends. If a man sees you as a stay, he will introduce you to his family and friends, people who are a stay in his life. Okay? People who are a permanent fixture in his life. The people who mean something to his life, he will introduce you to them. If you are a play, there is no reason for him to introduce you to the people in his life because you probably won't be around that long. Who do you know? Who knows you? Who was that? I was talking to somebody, and he said that they said they was going to be engaged to a man, and met the man's father, and told the man's father that she was his fiance, and the man was like, "You his what?" the boy's father said, "You his what? Fiance? Oh, that boy ain't getting no married. What you talk? How you his fiance? And the other girl was around here last week." She's like, "What other girl?" He was like, "Oh, I ain't saying nothing. I'm out of it." If the family and the friends and the people in his community don't know you, you are not significant in his world. All right. I think that's one for somebody to chew on there. All right. We got Valentine's Day coming. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We got Valentine's Day coming. If we had cuffing season, we had all of that during the wintertime. All of that comes to a screeching halt at Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day will tell you what you have. Where are you on Valentine's Day? If you are not at the table on Valentine's Day, you are not a stay, you are a play. Did y'all hear me? If you are not at the table on Valentine's Day, you are not a stay, you are a play. It's that simple. Because listen, he gonna be somewhere on Valentine's Day. Very few adult men spend Valentine's Day alone unless they are intentional about it. Very few. Now, some of y'all are going to say, oh, no, it's the pandemic. It's the pandemic. Nobody's going anywhere. Shh. Is that right? Is that right? So you try to tell me ain't nobody going to Ruth Chris? Is that right? You try to tell me nobody going to the big steakhouse? Nobody going to the seafood spot? Nobody's going dinner and dancing? Everybody staying in the house? But guess what? Even the people that are even people that are staying in the house, right? They ain't staying in the house by themselves. Okay? If you are not at some table on Valentine's Day, you are not a play. You are not a stay, you are a play. He is not serious about you. And this goes for the rest of the holidays. Goes for Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the other holidays. All right. Now this is a good one, you guys. If a man tells you, check it out, like if a man's got plenty of female friends. Now I'm not saying females and males cannot be friends, but I'm telling you, she said, I'm going somewhere too. I love me. I hear that. Look, I'm not saying that men and women can't be friends. Yes, they can. Right. But if he tells you, if he's got a lot of female friends and he tells you about these female friends, right? And he's got female friends that are more than friends. Let's be honest. And he tells you these female friends are more than friends. He's not serious about you. Now, some of y'all probably think, no man would tell you that he got female friends. No man would tell you that he got a stable of women that are in rotation. No man would say it. Okay. I'm telling you, if he tells you he's got, he's just kind of, he's trying to see how things go. He got about 5 women that he's seeing how things go. That means he is not serious about you, and you are something to play with and not someone to stay with. Now, can any of these things turn around? They absolutely can. Because I've known men who started off playing and realized, wait a minute. This girl's got substance. This is somebody who I can work with. This is somebody that I can build something with. Okay? And she goes from the play to the stay. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. So let me give you guys a couple of things to do if you find yourself in this play category. Okay? I'm giving y'all, somebody gonna say I'm giving up the game. I don't mind. I don't mind giving up the game because I know half the people who hear this message ain't gonna listen no way. I'll give up the game anyway. Okay. One of the things, you guys, I need y'all to lean in on this. One of the things that men really hits a man the most. One of the things that men absolutely hate, but they can't control, is this thing inside of them called FOMO. Fear of missing out. Okay? Fear of missing out. So you play with that. I'll give you an example of that. I was talking to a lady today, and she said, I was talking to this guy. We were keeping it light. We weren't trying to get into anything serious. He said we were just talking. We were, as Stephanie said, seeing at where things go. Right? He didn't want anything serious. We didn't have a commitment. She said, and then my ex from 2 years came to town. I spent time with my ex of 2 years, and after one weekend, I knew, boom, he was it. And he told me, I have been missing you, and I won't miss you ever again. He said, I have missed you, and that's the last time I'm going to miss you ever again. So she had to go and tell homeboy, the first man, who's just seeing where things go, said, listen, my ex came back to town. We have reconciled, and we gonna get together and in a committed relationship. So I'm sorry, but I'm moving on. It looks like I'm gonna have to move on. And he said, how could you do that? After a couple of days of thinking about it, he said, how could you do that? He said, we were seeing where things go. We were seeing where things go. And you just undercut me like that. Now, how am I supposed to build something with you? I really like you. I really wanted something with you. And you gonna go back with him? Yo. So she's trying to let him down lightly. And she's still kind of talking to the guy, trying to, because she didn't want to hurt his feelings. So some of what I said and some of what the other fella said, look, we was like, listen, look, he's a grown man who made the grown man decision to not lock you down. Listen to this, ladies. If the man is serious about you, he's taking you off the market. If a man is serious about you, he wants you to stay with him and not just play with him. If he's serious, you don't have to wonder if a man is serious or not. A man will reveal to you if he is serious or not. And if the answer is not, you move on. I told her, I said, you know what? His grown man feelings is his own grown man feelings. That's got nothing to do with you. That's his business, right? And you know what? Maybe he'll act better the next time. Maybe when he finds a high quality woman that is just exactly what he wanted, guess what? Maybe he might move next time. Move with urgency next time. Put her in a position that she knows you are the one that I want. Okay? And not just see how things go. That's the fear. So men are men hate FOMO, that fear of missing out. So if you're in this situation and you're in this condition, you tell the guy, say, listen, Okay, we'll see where things go, but just know I got a date tomorrow night. And I am serious and I'm looking for this is if you're serious, okay? I'm serious and I'm looking for a certain kind of man to do a certain kind of thing. And if I find him, I'm moving on. I'm just letting you know. Since we being honest and we just seeing where things go. I'm also going to be seeing where things go with other people. Is that okay with you? And if it's okay with him, boom. Okay. And I suggest you cut him off. I suggest you stop talking to him. Because at that point, if he really just doesn't care, then there's no point. Okay. I don't think that a man should have to hunt for your value. I don't think that a man should have to um like dig deep and try and figure out, and 3 years later he's trying to figure out if he wants you or not. No, sir. Actions speak louder than words. All right. Let me give you guys this right here. I found something on Talkify and talking about cultivating the how men make the decisions, right, on a woman. Cultivating that, right? One of the things that a woman can do is to that whole idea that I just talked about was creating the chase. All right, creating the anxiety. A man, listen to this, a man needs some anxiety. A man should not be comfortable about his position in your life if he has not made you his woman. If he's relaxed and he's chilled and it don't mean nothing to him, guess what? He ain't the one. Look, I teach my clients, you need to this man need to be on fire for you. like he can't wait to lock you down with a ring and a date. I listen, I don't play, man. I don't play with this. He need to be on fire. Like, I can't. Ain't nobody getting her. Are you kidding me? That's the guy. And anything else, I heard it said, and I adopted it. It's either hell yes or hell no. It's either he's enthusiastic about having you in his life or nothing. It's 100 or 0. And I believe that that's how it should be. All right. Stephanie said, nope, I just came from dinner. People going out. Yes, they are. And if you're not, anybody who's not at the table, you're not at the table. I'm going somewhere too. Love me. I hear that. Yes. Yes. So it's a real thing out here. A real thing. Let me give y'all this. Another thing that how a man decides about a woman in his life is how does his life expand? A man's thinking like in futuristic terms, right? Now, you guys heard me saying in the past, women are looking for stability and men look for fertility. When he sees you across the room, he's looking at your fertility. He see you walk down the street, he's looking at your fertility. When he sees, that the fertility gets is the how you look in that dress, how you look in those jeans. Okay, let's be honest. That's the fertility. It's not whether you can actually bear children or not. That's not it. But how you look. It's biologically wired, right? How you look. And by the way, let me mention something too about that. I believe. Listen to this, you guys. This might make somebody mad, but I believe that a man has a right to choose the kind of woman that he wants to be with, right? There are men who desire plus size women, and there are men who do not desire plus size women. Why do we demonize men who don't desire plus size women? There's all kinds of women out here, and there's all kinds of men out here, right? If a man doesn't like plus size women, it is okay. Now, one of the things I tell my clients is that the more fit you are, I did say that men look for fertility, right? And fitness is a part of fertility, meaning how in shape is she? I tell my clients, look, hit the gym. Your ability to you're getting strong, you having a healthy body and a healthy mind increases your stock and makes you more valuable than somebody who is not. Okay? Because yes, looks aren't everything, but looks are something. Okay, and one of the things these men that I'm having these conversations with, is they're looking at that. They're looking at that. They say to themselves, if she can't control her appetite, what else is it in her life that she can't control? They say if she can't control what she puts in her mouth, what else in her life can't she control? If she can't get on the treadmill, she can't go walk around the block, what else in her life is out of order? Okay, I know it's hard and it's tight, but they're right, right? And they say if you want him, if they want me to provide, protect, and do all these things, well, I want something for that, and he has a right to that. Now, there are men who find value in that size 20. There's some men who like them 18s and them 16s. Okay, that's who they go for, and that is perfectly okay if that's what they like. But just understand, like just like you ladies have a right to decide what it is that you want, a man has a right to decide what he wants. And I'm telling you, the better you look, the higher your stock rises, and the more appealing you are to a specific number of man, a specific kind of man. All right. Let me hear what Stephanie says. Stephanie said, "Looks get you in the door." Absolutely. Plus, are being demonized. No, that's exactly why I said that. You know, because the same thing could be said that poor men are demonized in our society. If a man don't have money, he's looked down upon. Why? Because going and conquering, getting money, building wealth is what y'all told me a man is supposed to do, right? Provide and protect and all of that. Well, that's what he's supposed to do, and so we're not going to demonize men who, if we're not going to do it on one hand, we're not going to do it on the other. All right, but let's get back to that. Was just a side note for somebody. Look, and obviously, like all of these, you could ignore everything I'm saying and do it the way that you're doing it, right? Or you could listen to what I'm saying and make small changes. Because let me ask you something. If you get more fit, who is it going to benefit? If you get more fit, who is it going to benefit? It's going to benefit you in the end. All right. Now, I got one more for you guys, and I want you guys to kind of process this a little bit. One of the things that the men even talked about was a woman who encourages his potential. Now, we have this. I've been hearing this thing around the social, talking about, don't marry potential. Don't hook up with potential. There's some thought about that, right? Potential means it could happen. But the question is he working towards making something happen? Is he working towards making something happen? because otherwise it's just potential. All right. So, uh, so encouraging his potential, encouraging the man in him to be more, to do more, to come up. I heard Elena Cardone talk about her husband, Grant Cardone. If y'all don't know who Grant Cardone is, look him up because you need to follow this guy. But she talked about it. She says, I get on his back. And he says she does. He said, I get on his back. I said, you're not a freaking loser. You're a winner. Now get up and win. She said, I talk to him just like that. I don't care what they do. You're bigger than them. You're better than them. None of these people can stop you. Now, he already believes that, but sometimes a man can have some doubt. Listen to this, y'all. Oh, man, this is some gold. Look, sometimes men are strong on the outside and soft on the inside. Sometimes a man can lose his courage. Sometimes a guy he doesn't even know how to express it. But a man can lose his nerve. A man can lose his vigor for life. And I'm telling you, I knew a guy during COVID who lost 2 jobs. He was a restaurant waiter on one job, and he was like maybe like a pastry chef on another job. And both jobs shut down. Boom, same week. Now he had 2 jobs that afforded him a high salary, right? And they're both gone with no end in sight, no comeback in sight. That guy can lose his nerve. He can lose his belief in himself. And I'm telling you, there's nobody like a woman who can speak to the king inside of a man. There's nobody like a woman that can do that. A woman who can resurrect the dead bones inside of a man. I read a story one time. The man, it said, everyone you meet is wearing an invisible sign on their forehead that said, make me feel good. Make me feel good. Make me feel worthy. Say something to me. And I'm telling you, in certain times, men you can feel less than a man. When you don't have a job and all you hear people talking about is protect, provide, and priest and all these things. And a man should be a leader. A man should do this, that, the other thing. Oh, I want a 6-figure man, right? A man hears all that. It can tear at him when he doesn't have it. I always said that, it's a terrible thing for a man to stay broke too long. A man who stays broke too long start getting bad ideas, y'all. Sometimes you watch the 6 o'clock news and you wonder, what is wrong with that guy knocking over the liquor store? What caused him when he woke up in that morning to say, I'm going to rob a bank or I'm going to carjack somebody today? Because sometimes when you leave a man who is not building with his hands, building with his mind, actively pursuing and conquering something, he will find something to conquer. I hope y'all listening to me. He will find something to conquer. Sometimes the something that he conquers is another woman. Sometimes the something that he conquers is a bottle. He can go and get a bottle. Turn up. Sometimes what he conquers, some drugs, go get high, don't have to worry about any of this. I did it. A man is going to conquer something. So there's nothing like having a woman who can come into his life and look him in the eyes and tell him, I believe in you. Listen, for some men, I'm giving y'all some good stuff tonight. Look, for some men, they need you to raise the bar so they can come up. They say when the tide is up, all the boats rise. Okay. Sometimes a man will come up to your belief in him just because you're expecting him to be good, expecting him to be powerful, expecting him to bounce back, expecting him to be more than he's showing you. You say, look, player, I believe in you. And if you're going to keep riding this ride with me, we going to the top. I'm going to the top. I'm going to experience life and life more abundantly. Are you with me? I believe you can too. But if you don't want to, tell me now so I can get off this ride. If you don't want better, tell me now. Because I was talking to JoJo, and JoJo want to take me out. JoJo want to spend some time with me. Okay? But I'm picking you as my winner. Are you still my winner? Right? Talk straight to him. I'm telling you, there's nothing that can increase a man's self-worth more than the voice of his woman. So these are the things that a man, if a man is only out to play with you, you don't have time to waste with him. But if a man sees that you are a real serious woman with that can be a real asset in his life, he only wants to stay with you. Because in his mind, life, it's not as good without you. I was winning when I was with her. I don't know what I'm going to do without her. And I'm telling you, you don't stick around to find out. Either he going to make a decision one way or the other, because you're going to make a decision for you one way or the other. All right? All right. All right, you guys. Come on. Look, if anybody got any more last questions, comments, concerns, come on. Let me hear y'all. Y'all got quiet on me. That's okay. I was talking good. Yes. And so look, we got more coming with this. Stay with versus play with. I think this is a good topic. If you guys like this topic, I need y'all to hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. I need everybody to hit that like button and then hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell so you don't miss anything in the future. If you like this, come on back. We got more to come. And if you need a one-on-one love coach session, that is the email. Hit me on that email right there. I will check the schedule. We'll see what we can do. And I'm getting your boy getting busy. So if you want me, you got to hit that email, and we will take it from there. We'll do a one-on-one coaching session. Look, I'm helping high value women to find high quality, high value men. That's what I'm doing. So if that's what you want, hit me up. Your best efforts have gotten you where you are right now. You need a coach, and I'm here to do just that. All right. Thank you, Steph. I sure appreciate you. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Till next time, peace and love. Bye.